Hey Sagittarius, I'm Eleanor and welcome to your second week of February pick a card reading. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers, and if you also would like to follow along with the story and get updates when I post new readings, that's 5 new readings per sign per month, please hit that subscribe button. If at any time during the reading something hits home, something is really resonating, or it feels like it's going to help you, please hit that like button. So this week we're unpacking your monthly energy of the Page of Pentacles and the week of freedom. These cards came out in your monthly and your annual. Those are linked below, as well as information on how to get a personal reading with me. So this is going to be planting the seeds of a new thing that you want to grow. So it would be super awesome if you would comment below an intention. Sometimes they say that the best way to begin making a new process or bringing something, manifesting is the word I'm looking for, manifesting something, is to put it in writing. And so why don't you do that right now and set your intention in writing, and that is the first little seed that you're planting towards the intention you want. So freedom for this week is talking about the grounding that we did last week. If you want to check up on that video, we talked about grounding and how in that safety and that building that foundation, you're finding more freedom in being able to stretch because you're anchored and you're tethered and you don't have to use both hands to hold on, but you're tied in a way that leaves your hands free to do what you need to do. I am using Nature Speak Oracle and Tarot Leaves, and I have stack 1, 2, and 3. They're time stamped below. Let's get started, Sagittarius. So stack 1, you have the 4 of Cups. I'm waiting for it to focus a little there. Reverse, 2 of Wands. And Ivy, stretch and explore. So there's a feeling a little bit of wanting to stay close to home. With all this grounding energy that we were doing last week, there's a sense of that having gotten comfortable and having a sense of safety with that and wanting to stay, not having the courage just yet to move forward towards something. And I think what they're wanting you to think about right here, since this energy is talking about being rooted and then reaching for more, it's not asking you here, since the Fool card does not appear, you're not being asked to take some kind of leap of faith or to jump free or to get air underneath you and to strike out in some way that feels unsafe to you. I think it's more about the grounding and the tethering you have in the foundation that you've built and the grounding that you've done. And from there you can stretch. It's not about leaping and doing something unsafe and irrational. It's about stretching yourself from the rooted and grounded foundation that you've been building so far. So where that feeling of wanting to stay close to home can feel safe to a point, it can also start to feel stifling, and it can also feel less free. So how can you bring those two things together and have yourself safely rooted and anchored and grounded, and then have the rest of yourself free to reach for what it is that you want and that you desire and that you want to explore? All right, so, number 2, you have Death, reverse, 9 of Cups, Aspen, shed the old. So shed the old and death essentially that's a synchronistic message. That's the same thing. With the death, you are shedding a skin and shedding an outer shell. I want to call to mind the idea of a snake shedding its own skin. So the continuity of life is maintained. The snake lives on, but this skin, those cells, that's dead, and that's no longer needed. It's constrictive, so it sloughs that off, and it emerges new and fresh with this shiny skin to move forward. And so I want to say with this reverse 9 of Cups that there's something that you want, a wish that's just out of reach. And on the other, to reach it, there's going to be a need here to face some fears. The fears that do involve shedding something old, of letting something go that's been a comfort, of moving through the transition of death and rebirth. And that what I want to say is that is a saying or a meme or a motivational poster that says everything you want is on the other side of fear. And that's kind of what's being told to you right now. And so if you have done your grounding like we talked about last week, then there is total safety in moving through this and reaching for what it is that you want. That's all I feel guided to say on that. All right, stack 3, you have reverse 2 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and Dandelion, persist in pursuits. So the grounding that we've been talking about, this earth energy, it's going to be the firm foundation under the wheels of this chariot, that you have laid a really good road for yourself and you have done the work and paved the way for you to move forward. And how that's going to serve you. So with this 2 of Pentacles, there's a sense of where you've been trying to balance what it is that you want to build, what it is you believe in, and what it is you want to invest your time and energy in, and on the other hand, other people's expectations, your desires and wishes and other people's expectations. And since this 2 of Pentacles in reverse, one of those has to be set down, and you have to choose one to put all your efforts into. And you can probably guess which one I'm going to advise you on. That you're going to have to lay down the expectations of others that are creating imbalance and get into this chariot and move full speed, full force towards what it is that you want and what it is that you believe in and what your truth is. And then if you've done the grounding that we've talked about so far, then that you've laid the road to do that and you're good to go. You're good to charge forward and you're headed straight towards success, Sagittarius. Okay? So I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.